Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to the Thaumaturge. And in the last episode, guys, we were able to connect all the dots together and confronted Mordecai with his knowledge of the Gollum that was sent after Wiktor's father. And he wants us now to meet him in the basement of the synagogue, where we already assumed the Gollum was at least created or potentially is still there. And there's only one way to find out, right? Let's see what happens. Down in the basement. Can we talk to the rabbi real quick? Just like, sir, there's about to be some seismic activity. Just if you're wondering. Oh, he's not here. Alright. Well, hopefully... Oh, there he is. Looks like the whole gang's coming down. Yes, you do need to tidy down here. Oh, look, prison bars. Perfect. Dungeon. Maybe we should take point. Well, they're sitting there having a conversation. Inspect the basement. Column. Let's be honest. It keeps the ceiling from collapsing, but it looks ready to collapse itself. Hardly encouraging. The column trembles with the fear of the man who was watching the summoning ritual. Gollum, the embodiment of a Salutor, was being born in an incredible yet terrifying spectacle that was more like a nightmare than a beautiful dream. Inscribed material. Material with a painstakingly inscribed Hebrew incantation. Words of deep concentration hovered over the material. Any mistake, even the smallest slip in the placed incantation, may spell failure or the death of the Kabbalist. Therefore, keep calm and proceed slowly with precision. The stakes are high. Isaac Sofer. Buckets of clay. The clay was probably used to create Gollum. Pieces of a dilemma attach themselves to the then wet clay. On the other hand, animating a Gollum is an extreme measure, reckless even. On the other, that Laus Shulsky had it coming. Given his crimes, no punishment is too great or severe. Destroyed wall. So this is how the Gollum got out. This hole explains Feldman's problems with the roof. Stones crack, crumble, and fall. The wall crumbles into dust, faced with a brutal, inhuman strength fueled only by hatred, emptiness, and destruction. The synagogue basement. This is where Gollum that chased down and killed father was summoned. And now it's after me. I thought Salutors couldn't take on a physical form, but I was wrong. The Kabbalah and hatred are capable of bending in even the fundamental laws of thaumaturgy. I can't undo this on my own. I need an ally. Wait, is he gonna be the final the final Salutor? That's cool. Hold on. Let's look at the family. Oh, sorry, Noodle. I must see. Oh yeah, he is the final Thaumaturge, or the final Salutor. Dad, that's gonna be really cool to see what he can actually do, provided we can actually get him. Okay, talk to the lads.
So, no wonder the roof is leaking if the foundation is crumbling.
Where's the workers?
Lovely metaphor, Hashem. But what happened here had nothing to do with Hashem. Did it?
Mr. Shulsky wished to know the origin of his curse. This is where it took its shape. If I'd... Now I see it differently, but back then, when I was talking to Sofer, revenge and justice seemed one and the same.
Revenge is no justice. It is always dictated by anger, and in anger, erring comes easily. But Sofer agreed to it.
He summoned the golem. What else do you want to know?
Say that you already know everything. Ask what Chajat remembers from the summoning.
This place won't tell me anymore.
And what have you learned?
Point out the ruined wall.
The hole you can't miss over there is the new door that Gollum smashed when it was summoned to life.
And no one saw anything. How is that possible?
Is that your worry, Rabbi?
Clay.
The clay formed a shell that Sopher infused with the saluter.
Sopher told me to bring clay. Sticky and cold. I can't say how many of those buckets there were. Hours sculpting the Colossus until my hands went numb. I could feel the clay absorbing my anger, as if my rage was making it take shape on its own.
Hours? That must have been horribly exhausting.
What's a few hours in exchange for a curse that lasts generations?
Talk about the piece of fabric.
These are the remains of some fabric that Sopher wrote something on, in Hebrew, I think. This might be some prayer, incantation, even a spell. There's not enough left to read anything. That's all, but I'm not any closer to a solution. I need someone like Sopher.
A Thaumaturge and a Kabbalist?
Walk into a bar.
No one, Rabbi?
There's only one name that comes to mind, but...
Ariel Roffe. A good-for-nothing, vengeful, godless scoundrel.
Strong words from your lips.
Of course.
Do you know one another?
We've met.
Well, I know him well enough to suspect that he might not want to help me. But I'll look for him.
Clearly, the Shulsky family has an easy time getting into conflict with Jews.
Hey.
Come now, don't be silly.
There is just one thing I'd really like to know, Mr. Shulsky. Standing where you are now, what do you think about your father's responsibility in all this?
Who? Ooh, I need to think about that. Also, I need to pee. One sec. Whew, okay. Now, is still the greater good.
As I see it, the punishment you inflicted on my father is out of proportion to his guilt.
Meaning?
Father's punishment shouldn't affect his children. Father faced a choice and made the right one.
Neither my sister nor I had anything to do with our father's decisions. Justice would be if everyone paid the price for their own actions.
How much anger must a person hold inside to do something like this? Revenge isn't justice. Who are you or Sopher to decide who deserves what punishment? All right, I think it's time for us to go. This place just makes the blood boil. Let's get Mr. Shulsky away from here and stop by tomorrow. We'll have some tea and work through a few questions.
I like Rabbi Feldman.
Mr. Shulsky, I would like this to be our farewell. I tell you from my heart, anger and pride are poor advisors. I know that firsthand, but it's too late for me. You can still save yourself. I'll be thinking of you.
Shall we?
Yeah, let's go ahead. It's our Gollum Kool-Aid man.
Let's get out of here.
Through the wall. Contact Ariel Rofe. I'll need the help of a Kabbalist to tame or get rid of Gollum. Rabbi Feldman confirmed my fears. The only Kabbalistic Thaumaturge he knows is Ariel. Well, that's going to take us back to the docks. I think this is where we first encountered him. Why do we need to head back? You're in the right spot, right? Well, wait a minute. I'll go this way first. I thought he'd be at the Praga docks. Oh, nope, he is down here. Another dungeon.
Quiet this time.
Yeah, oh, they had the fighting ring. Oh, lads.
Bored? Then go ask that uniform what he's doing here. Or tell him to skidoo.
Hey, fancy pants! Fuck off!
Hang on, hang on. You lost, officer?
Hang on! That's the mama's boy of Śródmieście.
First, ask when the next bout is. Yeah, sure.
I was wondering when they'd be holding fights again in the dungeon.
Your face itching, mama's boy?
Now we've got some kind of scrap to set up.
To be fair, I did win the arena when I was here. You guys definitely got a set on you.
I'm looking for Ariel Roffe.
Maybe he had a reason to make it so hard.
Mr. Roffe didn't mention nobody was gonna be looking for him. How about first your proof you're the son of Śródmieście? You wanna try your luck, sonny?
Sure.
Maybe just a friendly one to get the blood pumping. We're in the dungeon after all, aren't we? But under one condition. If I win, you tell me where I can find Ariel.
If I win, I'll be happy enough.
Oh, well, that's fair. It's like the heart dungeon. Oh, right. Oh man, you guys. Impact on owner's focus. Well, this will soon be over. Let's go with that, and let's break up Marana. Not that that worked, but that is fine. Let's do first attack, cast a hidden negative state. Well, that's a shame. Oh, we're going to get hit by the big guy. There's the two-piece. And let's do... Is there anyone who can, like, really affect... Phyllis or Krampus? Alright, Noodle. Ow. Get that going, and Cuddles. Cuddle up. And you know, I'm just gonna keep on putting suffering on him, and I'm gonna let Cuddles do some nibbling. Oh, pounce. Bells, bells. I like that. Interrupts. Sure. No punch for you. And let's have Lelik. We'll have Bob. We'll have Bob do Bob things. Or who's like one of our best, like, just damage dealers? Go for it, Al.
Hang on. That's enough.
You're the son of a bitch of Śródmieście.
Thank you. Now, would anyone be so kind as to point me in the direction of Mr. Ariel?
That was great delivery.
Take a look at Różycki Bazaar. He has got this sort of Geschäft there.
Thanks.
I love that. Just,
Is there right to call this place the
Thank you.
dungeon?
Ooh, is there something to observe? The world sketch all local landmarks. We got them all. The world would be a better place if we all practiced restraint. Javier wouldn't have gotten himself into the affair with the Gordon sisters, the sisters wouldn't have wanted to bludgeon him to death, and I wouldn't be in the ring as his stand-in. And what do we have instead? Pain. Oh, that's a great sketch. Well, that's cool. I feel accomplished. Employee area. You just want to see if there's anything else. Okay, find Ariel at the bazaar. Now, we didn't exactly leave on good terms with Ariel, so I'm wondering if we're going to have to get into some sort of scrap with him. It'd be cool to have a Salutor versus Salutor style battle. But I don't know how that would actually work. I guess it would be just like trying to tame one. Well, there's only one way to find out. Hopefully we will be able to tame Gollum. And of course we'd have to name him Smeagol. He's also a giant. We could also call him Andre or Fezzik. I don't know. Gotta get him first. And see what we have to do in order to do that. Where are you? Sending off. Oh, there's different traces. I see. Billfold, meticulously emptied of money, business cards, and photographs are all that remain. The theft was quick and discreet. It had to be discreet, and not for the sake of professionalism, but out of fear of the magician. If he catches someone stealing on his turf, he won't let it go. Quickly and discreetly, then. Very discreetly. Yeah, so many people will be thinking about him, will be able to figure out where he's based out of. Cigar stub, admittedly smoked to the last puff, but still quite the luxury for this district. Words of satisfaction glow on the tip of the cigar butt. Cigars and gifts are just for keeping patrols away from the butcher's shop. No problem. Are cigars and gifts just for doing that? So he's chilling at the butcher's shop. Makes sense. Note in the butcher shop window. Someone wanted to write closed for inventory but failed and gave up after several attempts. The window radiates with the joyful anticipation of cures. The butcher shop may be closed in theory, but every curer knows that the good stuff will come, and each of them is prepared to politely wait for it. What we got over here? Empty bottle. Drained to the last drop. It smells of alcohol and someone, well, unwashed. A thought flows down the sides of the bottle, not particularly cohesive, but expert in nature. He's had a lot of alcohol in his life, in every neighborhood and from every counter, one could say. And yet, the best moonshine is served at the butcher's shop. Such are the facts of life here by the Vistula. I am sensing a theme here. This info may take us... Oh, here we are. Oh, there you are. I was wondering.
That wasn't too hard.
Crate of vodka bottles. Bottles are covered with dust. None are missing. The bottles tremble from the irritation instilled in them. After all, the vodka inside them is just as good as the merchandiser of this bizarre magician. If only people would appreciate and stop buying from under the counter. The search for the Kabbalist. This whole magician is none other than Ariel Roth. One must give him credit for ruling the entire bazaar. It seems that he set up a thriving moonshine distillery and a closed butcher shop. The place is worth a visit. Okay. Hopefully he's cooled off since the last incident and will be willing to work with us.
Where do you think you're going, pretty boy?
I'm looking for someone. They say he's got a business here.
Do the smart thing and hit the road.
Jack, don't you come back.
Fuck off.
Rude.
I'm looking for Ariel Rofe.
Then you can double fuck off, you fucking dummkopf!
You'll attract more attention with that shouting.
Buzz on for I get my club. You're not gonna tell me how to do my job, you flibbit and raggedy sot. Beat it.
Pick a fight, mention the corrupt policeman.
But I know Ariel's got his hideout here. I even know which copper's hands he greases.
I don't know about no bribes, you
Keep trying.
Provocateur?
Fuck off.
I swear, I know this is Ariel's hideout.
Know how to read? It says butcher's shop.
Sure, it's extra kosher, because there's no meat at all in there. Come on, every bum at Rouget's reeks of booze from this place.
And when they come here, I'll tell them to fuck off.
Please, I just want a word with Ariel.
Ogres, how come he's still standing here mouthing off at you?
It's me, Wiktor.
Shulsky, I remember. Fuck off.
So, should I give him what for, boss?
Do what you want.
Ooh. I've had enough of fighting. Let's be nice just for once.
Ariel, come on. Let's talk, please.
But Ogres, maybe don't take on the son of Shrutniestya on your own, yeah?
I'll call you a priest if you want.
We tried. We tried. Start the fight. Let's go. Cast the breakdown state on the target. Okay. So this guy will have a nice diversion thrown on him. Bob will do the same. Ouch. Once more. Reduces focus at the end of every round. Can we do that to this guy? Yes. And then Bob one more time. Now this guy will get popped. Like so. He's going to lose his focus. And let's have Marana here. And interrupt that action. Ow. 2-piece for you. And let's keep on going. Damage equal to... let's try Lilac. What you got for me, chicken? I love that attack so much. Alrighty. Down you go. And who gets the super? Let's do... Last Wish, that's the neck snap, that's the pounce, that's the claw, that's the Sub-Zero fatality. Lucky turn. Snakes. Deadly schnapps we've seen. Looks like we actually could do more damage just hitting with the two-piece.
Leave him be.
I'm sorry.
Come on, Shulsky. Let's get out of sight. But if anything starts shaking, I'll shoot you.
This dude's got some attack eyebrows.
Don't stare that way.
This whole butcher's shop is a cover, right?
Oh, I'm staring.
None of your business.
I'm staring. You can't stop me. I'm gonna hide behind here. The employee area. There's a lot of vodka.
Problem? Take a seat.
Sit down. Tell me why you're bothering me. And how exactly did you find me?
Why do they call that bruiser Oguras?
He's got a green pecker from untreated pox with these little bumps like on those little cocktail gherkins.
Oh, God.
I hope he gets well soon.
I'll pass that on. That everything?
A very inventive hiding spot. And a nice place.
We've got our own little store here with different varieties. I'm just doing my best to unload it efficiently. Don't waste my time.
Oh, I'm gonna waste his time.
It wasn't such a huge challenge.
Who squealed?
Talk about the dungeon? Sure.
There are traces all over the dungeon. You're not being very careful.
If you want something out of me, you better get to the ass-kissing part. Say what you want.
I've got a certain problem, and I'd like to get rid of it quickly.
Is it made of clay and weighs 2 tons when it shows up? So you got sick of running back and forth across Kervich Bridge?
I'm not going to pretend I understand.
Golems aren't great at swimming, remember? Since it's following you, going across a bridge would force it to. Forget it. I can see why you can't deal with it on your own.
I need the knowledge of a Kabbalist. Your knowledge.
I think I have at least a few reasons to say no, don't I?
Nonsense.
The main one is the death of my business partner and best friend.
My sympathies about Javier. Really, he didn't deserve it. But I didn't deserve a golem either.
A faithful friend and a quick healer. What am I supposed to do with your sympathies?
I don't have time, Ariel. We both know that only you can help me. You can keep tormenting me, but are you going to tell me something or not?
I can torment you and tell you.
Fair enough.
A golem is a salutor like any other, but housed in a physical form. But you attract it and bind it in the same way. The difference being that it's following blood first and the flaws second. But first you have to deprive the golem of its physical body, the shell in which the salutor is housed. You also need to know where the ritual was conducted, because that's the only place you can do it.
Fair enough.
Good luck.
Unique Salutor due to the fact it has a physical form. As long as the material shell doesn't crack, nothing can be done about it.
How can I get rid of that clay shell it has?
You can't. For that, you need a Kabbalist. Moi. I know the incantation for the Berur ritual.
What?
Instructions for reversing the evil eye, cleansing body and soul, and hiding from the unwanted, but why should I explain them to you?
I'm guessing this will cost me something. Money? A favor? A further humiliation?
We'll see.
Ooh, I don't like that.
I know the place the Gollum was summoned. The basement of Nozick Synagogue.
So, Sofer managed to do it?
So, apart from my family's blood, the Gollum is attracted to my initial flaw, right?
Initial? So how many have you got?
A few. Admit there are many?
Doesn't matter.
I think so too.
Okay. Well, we already know everything.
Thank you. So we're going into the basement of a synagogue, where you'll use Kabbalah to strip the Golem of its physical form, right? Then I'll bind it and free myself from its curse?
Not quite. The Golem is mine.
Ugh.
What do you need the Golem for?
None of your business.
You want revenge. That's very sentimental if you think about it.
Another word, and you'll be looking for a new Kabbalist.
No, I don't want to give up Bob, though. Or not Bob, but...
Over my dead body.
Very possibly. That's not such a bad price for relative peace. And you'll never hear me say, fuck off, again.
And what about my flaw? If I lose my initial flaw, I'll lose contact with my initial salutor, right?
Could be yes, could be no. I don't know. Want to find out?
No.
Unless you've got a long line of relatives with flaws.
Oh. We're not going to mention her to him, though.
Just me.
Too bad.
Actually, I have a twin.
Oh, Wiktor.
Unexpected development. Does she carry a flaw?
I don't know.
So find out.
Let's wrap this up. We've got a deal.
I wonder if we can swerve him.
A toast? A very successful batch. We haven't shipped everything out yet.
This won't make me go blind, will it?
The risk is part of the fun.
I ain't gonna raise a toast.
I'll risk it.
Please don't go blind, Wiktor. Yep, that's a vodka face.
Ready?
We'll meet there. I've got one more thing to sort out.
Don't forget your sister.
That was what we need to do. Alright, so I guess we'll be talking to Likia to see if she carries a flaw. And we'll see what happens with the Gollum, guys, hopefully in the next episode. Hope y'all have enjoyed it. If you liked the episode, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help. And we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.